Wow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this fourth session of the morning. It's going to be about education. Can't wait to see what all the startups have to say. Can't wait to hear about your awesome solution. Education is key, and we know about it. It's key for us. It's key for children. It's key for the environment. So how can education change the way we educate children? How can education impact the way they see and we see the planet? How can our children be the actors of change we're looking for? So we'll know very soon. Thanks to our 5 amazing startups. They're all gonna have 3 minutes to pitch. And after the whole pitch session, we're gonna have some tough question and challenging question from our jury. We can't wait as well to know more beyond the pitch. But before we start, it's my pleasure to welcome on stage Annelise Bonds for the introduction pitch. So, Annelise, you're an investor at 2050, the new investment fund from Marie Claude. Previously, Annelise, you was working for Profil, a mission-led company specialized in research and consulting. Annelise, what can you tell us? Why is education so crucial? How education is going to change the world?
Oh yes, of course, education is the only way to change the world, because we need to educate the next generation to tackle these environmental and social issues. So that's why at 2050, education is a big part of the investment strategy.
Okay, cool. So what's your take? Like you invest in a lot of startups that deal with education. What makes a good startup, and what are the main criteria for you when you choose a startup within the education sphere, and how do you monitor impact?
Okay, regarding the assessment of the impact, we have designed an in-house framework called the alignment framework. So we look at how the company impact its ecosystem as a whole. So we would like to know how the startup is going to have a crucial impact on its ecosystem. So regarding education, we are looking at what is the methodology behind the educational product, and what are the key customers, and what is the business model, and for example, how inclusive is this business model, because one of the key topics regarding education is the inclusiveness regarding the business model, because if it's very expensive to have access to education, we will not gonna to change the world.
Yeah, I think we all agree with that. Thank you a lot, Annelise. You are going to be part of the jury for this pitch session with 3 other jury members. Jonathan Piquet. Jonathan, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Jeremy. I'm fine. So I'm Jonathan. I'm the director of the growth fund at Citizen Capital. Citizen Capital is a mission-driven investor, so we are generalist impact fund. But obviously, education was one of the key areas in which we invest, with some very good track record with open classrooms or Lalilo, for instance.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jonathan. We have also Maxime Lavoine.
Yeah, hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, fine, thanks, and you?
Very good. So tell us about you.
Yeah, I'm representing Raise today. I've been working at Raise Sherpa for 2 years now. We are the philanthropic accelerator of the group Raise. So we have a 28 million euro budget in order to provide free loans and support startups, thanks mentoring and workshop programs. And yeah, we are very glad to be here to talk about this topic. And we have supported more than 400 startups from now, such as Mano Mano, or also education startups like Magic Makers.
Okay, cool. We're really glad to have you with us as well. Thank you, Maxime. Last but not least, Marie-Christine.
Hello everybody.
Hey.
Happy to
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy to be here. So I'm co-founder of EduCapital. EduCapital is the first and European fund dedicated to education. So we have invested up to now in 20 startups that reinvent, the future of education from little childhood up to corporate learning. And happy to see what the pitch of ChangeNOW.
Yeah, so as for the pitch, we're going to have 5 pitch today. So the first one is going to be given by Farid Badash. Hi Farid, how are you?
Hi everyone, doing very well. Delighted to be with all of you today.
So your startup is Suti Bhaksapa.
That's right.
Okay, great. So you have 3 minutes, you know the rules, to give us your amazing pitch.
All right, excellent. So
Start whenever you're ready.
okay. All right, so happy to start now. Yeah, so hi everyone. So nice to connect. My name is Farid. I've been an activist pushing for better world for 20 plus years. I want today to talk to you about Ari, an Indonesian farmer with a family-owned 2-hectare farm. Ari is in difficult position. He's been working hard early morning, finds difficult to make money above poverty line to improve life and make his farm more resilient. And that's really a nonsense, we believe, because like millions of other farmers in the world, working on production of agricultural commodities, cocoa, coffee, sugar, potato, mint, there are millions of Aris in the world. And that's all the more a nonsense that the industrial buyers who are procuring those commodities are under strong pressure to demonstrate how they fight deforestation, climate risks, human rights abuses. So there is really a problem. With Suti at Bhaksapa, what we do is fundamentally to crack the problem we believe, because we found a solution where we bring Ari in a system where Ari got a chance to be trained, and it's a hybrid model which combines face-to-face activities with digital support. And the digital support is great because that expands significantly the reach and the beneficiaries at low cost. And this system also enables to make sure that we can track impact. Aris beyond the face-to-face activities as educational support, and we track impact, asking on a regular basis questions to make sure that we are capable to really have an impact and change the practices of Ari. On 3 areas, we work a lot on productivity, intercropping to ensure resilience of the farm, and we explore very strongly carbon as well. And these are the different areas which shows how beyond an active program that is explained through the example of Ari, we work with the automotive industry in central Sumatra, already working with 1,000 farmers and reaching 5,000 beneficiaries. We really have capacity to make that program accessible to every commodity and a large number of countries, because we are actually already in the pipeline capable to work with activities in Africa, in Latin America, and across additional commodities. So at the end of the day, what we're looking for here, coming and joining and talking to all of you, is support to grow. We really want to have the ambition to reach 1 million Ari by 2030, and that implies that we need to bring more working capital to enable to expand those programs in a very cost-effective manner. We have the tools to track impact and demonstrate that what we do really serves a large number of people. And as you can see behind my face, there are 3 areas for us. The ecosystem that is important here combines Aris, industrial, because we are solving the problem of those people, of those industrial, to fight deforestation and poverty, and secure procurement. And last but not least, we believe investors have a key role to play if they really want to have solid business models. So come and talk to me. I'm available at the booth if you have more questions, and we will make sure that we can meet. So my pleasure to meet with all of you today.
Congrats! Woohoo! So let's make 1 million Aris, right? Amazing. Can't wait for the question afterwards. We need to move on to the next startup. Second startup for today is Kula. So Abdullah Muhammad, are you here? Yes, Abdullah.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
The stage is yours.
Okay, let me refresh this.
Yeah, we see the slides.
Okay. Can I go?
You can go. Yes.
1.2 billion young.
Go.
Hello? Oh, okay. 1.2 billion students and young adults were out of school due to the COVID-19 lockdowns. And according to UNESCO, 63 million primary and secondary school teachers were also out of jobs. This has made it more obvious how our traditional teaching and learning methods are no longer enough, and the need for a radical new approach. Primary and secondary schools are facing a daunting reality. They have the most important and hardest jobs in the world, teaching a new generation of learners who are unlike any in the past. Gen Z learners spend an average 5 to 6 hours online every day, yet the e-learning platforms are not working, especially for these primary and secondary schools. Their students complain it is boring as contents are painful and too formal. Teachers complain that it is hectic. Teachers are complaining, Teachers complain that it is hectic because students hardly engage with their content, increasing their workload with no extra pay. Schooler solves this problem for schools through a platform that benefits their teachers and their students. What we've done is we've incentivized the learning process by using competitive features such as points, ranks, and leaderboards, rewarding the students for doing schoolwork on the platform. We use gamification to drive engagement and to increase performance when primary and secondary schools use e-learning channels. Our platform allows students to participate in tournaments, duel, for a competition organized by their school or in an inter-school competition. For teachers, we embedded an AI to help them generate contents faster. And we also allow teachers on the platform to share content with other students for a commission. We are launched in Nigeria in the year 2020, and so far we have 30 schools who have reported 7 times more engagement using Schooler and 30% increase in performance. We focus on 4 states in Nigeria who have over 1 million students enrolled. On a daily basis, we see 2,000 daily active users on our platform from the 10,000 students active on the platform. We are a young founding team. My co-founder and I know each other for 10 years. Nasir, a senior Python engineer with industry level skills building solutions for companies like Julius Berger PLC. I have 7 years plus experience working with primary and secondary schools in Nigeria. We're looking for partners to help us reach our next milestone of 500 schools in the next 12 months. So if you share our sentiment of making e-learning easy for schools, fun and exciting for their teachers, please meet me in the breakout room. I don't know, my network is looking nice, as if it's bad, so I don't know. Thank you.
Don't worry about that, no problem. Okay, congrats. It's fun to see that we're going back to good points and leaderboard. I like that. Yeah. It's an old school, but it works, right? Okay, thanks a lot, Abdullah. Thanks a lot. So now we move on to the next startup. Third startup for today is Cabo. Agathe Curis. Agathe, are you here? Oh, hey, Agathe, hey.
Hello.
So it's
sorry, there is some noise in the street. I have an issue because the internet clicker doesn't work for me, but
so
do you think that maybe I can, and you're going to change the slide?
Yeah, just
maybe I can do it without the slides. I don't care.
So without slides, it's good. Let's keep your brand and then let's listen to you. That's amazing. I like that.
Okay, let's go. Thank you. Cabo is a company that has been thought and built on the idea that we've been aware of global warming for decades, but still we don't do a lot to change our habits. With Cabo, we really want to empower people and companies to act in their day-to-day life in favor of the environment. How to do so? By making individuals and companies aware of their carbon footprint. Calculation of carbon emissions can often be seen as complex, not precise, or expensive. Yet, a lot of surveys show that this subject is more and more important for people, but also in business life. With Cabo, it becomes easy and playful. Our goal is to make carbon footprint accessible in terms of complexity and money. Our mission is really to empower people to reduce their carbon emission in their day-to-day life. For this, we have two solutions. We first launch our B2C solution, which is a web application that enables you to get your day-to-day carbon emissions calculation. How does it work? We have developed an algorithm, a secured algorithm, that calculates your carbon emissions based on your spending. Once people get their carbon emissions, their carbon footprint, we provide them with some advices to reduce it. And at the end, we offer them to contribute to projects such as reforestation with our partner, which is Per Project, which is also in ChangeNOW currently. Today, we have more than 20,000 users on this platform. Then we launched our B2B solution, which is a little bit different because it consists of a SaaS that empower company to calculate their carbon footprint and to get a certified carbon assessment. For this, we combine automation and reporting to be as precise as possible. This is an annual subscription, and so that company can monitor their carbon emission and check if the reduction actions that they take are efficient. For this solution, we've already convinced 100 companies to work with us. What are our particularities at Cabo? First, we use pedagogy. We always want to try to give some knowledge to our users in the way we calculate the emission, in the way they can reduce the emission. And we also provide them with comparison so that they can know in which category they can improve. Secondly, we always use a playful tone of voice. We always use a friendly tone, and we absolutely don't want people to feel guilty on this subject, but we just want people to improve together. And thirdly, we are experts. Our solution is based on a certified ADEME method to calculate carbon footprint. And on some subjects, we go further, for example, for digital impact. And we have a team of certified consultants that are entitled to deliver certified carbon assessments. So let's democratize access to carbon footprint and reduce emission altogether. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Congrats. Whew. Okay, guys, let me tell you there's a timer for a reason. Please try to stay within the 3-minute constraint.
Sorry.
No problem, no problem. Okay, so next startup is Pluma. And I'm glad to welcome on stage Aude Guénaud. Hi, Aude, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So can't wait to hear your pitch.
I'm too. I try to. Okay. I try to refresh.
We see the slides. We were seeing you till now. Aude, where are you? We see your slides. We don't see you. Please, let Aude get in this room. Aude?
Is it fine for you? Do you hear me?
Yes, and we see you.
Okay.
Hello again. Let's give a big applause to Aude. Woo!
Okay, so I couldn't see my pitch deck, but maybe you could. Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. Thank you so much. So let's begin together. Thank you. Hello, I'm Aude Guénaud. I'm the founder of Pluma and the CEO of Pluma. And prior funding my startup, I've been teaching French for kids with difficulties during 12 years. And you will understand why I decided to create Pluma. I couldn't do anything on my pitch deck. So could you maybe do the next slide, please? Thank you. Do you know that 40% of children in middle school have difficulties with writing skills. It's a crucial issue because this issue is it's both for their scholar development and their global development really crucial. So we decide to address this problem. And how do we address this problem? First of all, we decide to gather teachers and parents and technologists to develop the first and maybe the best app for writing skills. So we use a mix of machine learning and positive reinforcement to build the best learning path and the best way to train their writing skills. So now you have the contest. This is our solution. The first pain we identified is writing is commonly linked to tests and grades, so we decide to focus on the pleasure of writings. Secondly, standard writing tasks are not suitable, and especially for kids with learning disabilities, and maybe there is approx 10% of kids with this kind of disabilities. So we decide to build a personalized interface, accessible interface, and then there is a failure to understand the need to write for our kids. So we decide to consider the writing as something global. So know how it works. First of all, the kids could choose in a specific universe adapted to his skills a specific story. He could co-write the chapters, and we help him with specific pictures to write his own stories. And at the end, he could receive the book, and that's all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, like, do you want to come to an end and give us a call to action or something?
Yes. Yes, we already convinced 15,000 of teachers and 35,000 of families. So join us.
Woohoo! Thank you, Aude. We'll be able to ask you more questions in the questioning, right? We'll know more about Pluma. Thanks a lot. So last but not least, I'm glad to introduce the fifth topic for today. So it's youth school transformation and Rachel Ernst. Rachel, how are you?
Hello. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm very well, thank you. Happy to be here.
Great. So you have 3 minutes to pitch.
Thank you. I have a video that needs to be sent, actually, because that way I keep to the 3 minutes. So I think that...
So okay, Ninon, does the video work for you guys?
Hello. My name is Rich, and I am Director of Communications at the Presencing Institute. And I would like to speak to you today about our project called the Youth School for Transformation. We are faced today with collective results that nobody wants. We believe that profound transformational change is possible and necessary. It's now time to reinvent our economies, advance our democracy, and reimagine our educational systems. We apply awareness-based systems change that is rooted in action research, and this will give us the opportunity to address the big blind spot today. By learning to co-create and adopting an ecosystemic approach, we can lean into transformational ecosystem learning. That's what the Youth School sets out to do. To transform society itself requires learning and innovation structures that can activate and connect people, that can harness technologies for human awareness, and can provide tools for transformation, not just for a select few, but by making them available for all. So we would like to build on the 5 pillars that we are currently developing and continue to innovate at the intersection of learning, social action, technology, and consciousness. That is, to continue being able to offer our free signature programs, to expand our network of innovation labs and hubs. The hubs are self-organized, but we provide support for them. We are building out an academy with capacity building modules that are paid offerings, and we would like to expand our set of knowledge, methods, and tools and continue to create those, as well as amplify our communications and all our events and social media. We have 180,000 registered participants for our well-known ULab online course that takes place every year. And out of the various events and courses and workshops that we have been conducting, many projects, labs, and initiatives have flourished across the world. What we need is to raise $8 million by June 2024 so that we can reach 1 million learners and changemakers over the next 10 years. Our team is a group of passionate and enthusiastic teachers, practitioners, and professionals from across the world who believe that it is possible to create results that serve the well-being of all. Thank you for your attention, and I will be happy to answer questions.
Hello. Here you are again.
Yes.
Thank you, Rachel. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So, Jerry, what are your questions? We can't wait to hear your questions. Who wants to start? Jonathan, Marie-Christine? Yes, Jonathan.
Yeah, I can go. Thanks everybody for the inspiring presentations. I had one question for Odd. Odd, how do you approach the measurement of impact in with Plume?
Thank you for the question. We are writing and co-writing with our investor a big wireframe with impact, and there is several key measures. For example, the way to progress for kids, and especially for kids with learning disability, for example, because we are working with the CNRS. We've got a strong partnership with CNRS, and we are working to understand the difference between writing before Plume and writing after Plume, so we could measure the difference between the two states of writing.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you. Next question.
Yes, I can go. I have a question for Suti. Suti, how do you? What's your business model? How much does it cost? For trainers to be trained, for farmers to be trained, and how do you contact farmers? How do you? What's your go-to-market? How do you make the application available to them?
Okay.
Yeah, so first question, our model enables to decrease from something like $10 per farmer to $1 per farmer. And the business model behind it is a combination of multiple work streams that we can pay, ask farmers to pay a fee. We get carbon credit. We ask industrials who procure the product to pay a premium on the product. So these are some of the different work streams that we put together. And for the other question, to engage farmers, we work in partnerships with industrial themselves. And with for the program, as an illustrative example of what we do in Indonesia, we have Indonesian industrial buyers working closely with us. They know a lot of villager communities working closely with them, so they open the door. And our program, as I said at the beginning, are hybrid systems, and we work with local partners who have strong and NGOs with strong capacities to. Their work is basically to lead community management work.
Okay, amazing.
Maybe I can go. I have one question.
Yes, sure, definitely, Maxime.
For Abdullahi from Skoola. I have one question about who provides the content and modules. Is it the teacher themselves or yourself with your associate? And if it's not you, how do you control the quality of modules?
Okay, thank you. We believe every school is unique, and then they have their own teaching methods. So we ask them to upload your content on our platform while the application turns it into a fun and exciting way for the students to learn. So teachers from schools, upload the content. What we did is we've put in some quality assurance checks for you to verify questions before they reach the students, check the integrity of content by the same school. So an exam office or a veteran teacher from the same school verifies the same contents that are going to be shared with the students. So it is an agnostic platform that can be used by any school with any curriculum and in any region. Thank you.
Okay, very clear. Thanks.
Amazing. Marie-Christine, do you have any question? No, sorry. Annelise.
Yes. So I will ask a question to Cabo. So I didn't understood what was the business model regarding to the B2C application. And related to that, I have another question is that there are more and more players on the market of on a carbon footprint assessment. So what are the key competitive advantages of your company?
Okay, thanks a lot for your questions. So about the first question, the B2C solution actually is free, and we don't earn any money on this. So this is our business model is based on our B2B solution. The B2C solution is really seen as a tool to make people aware of this subject and to sensibilize people on this subject. So it's useful for our B2B solution to have this B2C solution because a lot of individual users told us, your solution is great. I would like to get that for my company. And so then we switch to the B2B and we earn money on this. About the key competitive advantages, it's a little bit what I was saying at the end, the fact that we are very pedagogic, and the way our platform is made, and all the elements, all the content that we provide to our user is very important, and we have a lot of feedbacks on that, saying that our user really learn a lot about the carbon footprint when they use our solution. We are not just here to give them a result and that's it. The goal is really that they become aware and they get some knowledge on this. And the other...
Sorry, I need to cut you here because it's the end of the session.
Okay, sorry.
Don't worry about that. We'll have some more time to talk with Annelise and with all the other investors. There are networking rooms that are open just for that. Not only for you guys, startups and jury, but for you guys, participants as well. Go to the networking rooms, go and talk more, ask questions to the startups. If you want to invest, go. It was an awesome pleasure to be with you this morning. I had a great time. I wish you all the best. Thank you, dear jury. Thank you, amazing startup. Thank you, amazing participants. Have a good day, and let's change the world together. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jerry. Cheers.